Super Idol di Charo, donate need to 10 by Chung for the.
Hey guys, it's me Mudahar. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna do an update on Dragonage, right? Okay, updates, yay, okay. And just how the game is doing currently, and like currently how the public reception is and the stuff, the state of the game, you know, shit like that. Anyways, oh, that's what I should do. Well, let's go to here real quick, okay? Yes, I did search for sales and I didn't find anything, goddammit. So, we're happy to announce that Dragonage Veilguard was nominated for Innovation and Accessibility. Vote for us at GameAwards.com and join us at the Game Awards on December 12th. You'll probably win this. Anyways, so, and I'll make a video called why Dragonage didn't get Game of the Year. I mean, there's just so much reasons, right? I mean, you can just go to my Dragonage review and like, there you go. I think I missed a couple things in the review. I mean, they're kind of small things, but you know, it just adds on, it just piles on, and it just, you know, it shapes your whole perception of the game. But anyways, so, wow, they got nominated for something. Surprising. Well, not really surprising. I mean, before the game came out, right, and, like, even when the reviews were coming out, I'm like, okay, if it's like a 9 out of 10 game by fucking IGN and like 10 out of 10s, you know, all over the place from all these review sites and shit, right, then it should get like a bunch of awards at the very least, or Game of the Year, right? It didn't. Yeah. It didn't because, well, we know why now. We know why. So anyways, there's that. That's pretty much, I would say, in terms of the game, I mean, we can even go like right here. Kinda, not really. But yeah, I mean, just in terms of like the style and stuff, well, a lot of people don't like the art style. I was gonna say at the very least it could have got like art style 2 or whatever the hell it's called for like a award. It's really, for me, it's really just the character models that look, you know, yeah, like the face of all the criticism, right? But other than that, like the environments and stuff look pretty cool. You know, it's just the character models. So they probably could have got that too if they didn't fuck up the character models, right? Or didn't make them, you know, look like that, right? And it's just, it's a different, I would say it's a different style from most games, right? And maybe even if it's somewhat appealing to a lot of people still, you know, for that reason why it's unique, it probably didn't get nominated, you know, because it's just, you know, out of place, you know. Wasn't expecting it from the... Okay, anyways, so yeah, but no, we only got this award. Wow. Not really surprising, though, honestly. You know, a game is bad when the only category it gets Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't even really, like... I mean, it's good that this is in the game, right? But for the game itself, right? There's no nominations, right? So much more. It's my game that... Oh, God, okay. I agree, the first playthrough is, you know, it kept me playing. I actually enjoyed it, right? The first run, but now I can't even get through my second run, you know? That's saying something. That's actually changing my perception of the rating I gave. Well, no, I gave it, maybe, like, officially a 7 out of 10, but, like, it's really, like, between a 6 and a 7. You know, especially during the second playthrough, because now I'm just, like, I'm like thinking about everything I have to go through, like, yeah, you know, it's game is for we whore, that's why, ha 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 ha. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that comment? Participation trophies, honestly this would be the participation category, not gonna lie, but I mean it's kind of a good thing, because Diablo, no, actually Diablo got the award last year. I don't know why it got nominated again. It got it last year. Well, I guess for the DLC, but yeah. Was considered a worthy nomination for Game of the Year. Yeah, I mean, shit, we wanted that shit back to back, you know? This is the 10th anniversary, and, you know, Dragon Age got at the first Game Awards, which is actually insane. So for that reason, I kind of wanted it to get it, but like honestly, it doesn't deserve it. To be fair, it doesn't deserve it. Yeah. So there we go. We have that. That's the nomination from the Game Awards. Yay, whatever the fuck. Anyways, so that's that. Now I want to get to like the state of the game, like, you know, how much people are like playing and stuff, and the sales and stuff. We're gonna go to like the Steam charts, because this is the only data we have. And yes, I have to scroll down a little bit, and wow, I mean, we got fucking Skyrim, a 12-year-old game, beating out Dragonage, a game that came out like 3 weeks ago. Crazy. Does that say something? Honestly, yeah. You got Cyberpunk up there too. It's a lot of RPGs up there. You got Elden Ring, yeah. You got Left 4 Dead. That shit came out in 2009. That's 14 years ago. And it has more players than fucking... Well, this is only on Steam, to be fair, also, right? So we don't know the numbers on PlayStation or Xbox. And then also there's like another like launcher. Is it on EA launcher? I think it is, but it's not required like to go on it, because like the other 3 games, the last 3 games for Dragon Age were required, I think. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, yeah, so there's 3 other platforms that people could be playing it on. So yeah, we don't know that. Oh my gosh, it's being beat by fucking Banana Game. Well, most people are being beat by fucking Banana Game, but still. But if you look down, where is it at? Motherfucking okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm stupid. You have Baldur's Gate at like 70k. This game came out like a little bit over a year ago, right? It got Game of the Year last year. That is 70k, bro. About 70k. 71 peak. That's insane. I actually like scrolled over an article that said Dragon Age made people go back to play Baldur's Gate 3, which is actually insane. I really believe that. I really do believe that. But no, but it just goes like, I mean, just even without that, just in general, like this is what Dragon Age should be. It should still be up here if they did everything correctly, like, you know, how it's supposed to be a Dragon Age game, right? It could be up. It could have been, but it's not. And honestly, deserved, because goddamn, right? So yeah, I mean, you have like fucking farming. Okay, it's fucking farming simulator. It's fucking farming simulator. You know, you can look at it in different ways. But anyways, yeah, Baldur's Gate, right? They know what the people want. They know what the genre wants, you know? Alright, anyways, so that's that. 21k currently. Number 61. And to be fair, honestly, I did look at the charts a couple days ago. I was actually looking at another game, but I just peeked at Dragon Age. It was, to be fair, it was up in the top 30, for like a good, ever since the game came out, pretty much. Or at least it never went past it, right? Because it was like in the top 10, like number 1 for a good second, like a couple days, but you know, yeah. But yeah, it was up there for a second, and I guess it recently just dropped like the past 2 days down to 61, at least by like 20 points, I feel like. But yeah, so, but still, I mean, this is, I don't know how it's gonna hold out. And you can't really compare it to, you know, it came out around Call of Duty, right? Came out around the same time, but I mean, you can't really compare because it's a multiplayer game and it's like a really bigger fan base, so I don't know. But yeah, so you do the math, but yeah, like 20k. Yeah, the 16th, Sunday. Oh, these are like weekends, right? But you can still see the trend just going down and down. So yeah, yep, it was in top 1, number 1 a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it just went down. But anyways, yeah, we don't know who's currently like the actual number of people playing. So, I mean, I'm guessing at least, because there's more Dragon Age players on Xbox, to be fair. It's a fucking console game, right, at heart, or Xbox game, right? Xbox and PC. So And it was like, no, I think it got to number 1 before Xbox or something. No, I don't think we have the actual Xbox numbers, but it was like on the top sellers for Xbox, because I checked, you know, like several times around that time. But yeah, so we don't have the exact numbers like tallied up. I'm just gonna guess. So it's more than Steam, if you count it across all the platforms. I mean, it could be like, like 90K or some shit, right? Playing currently, or probably more, but we don't know the numbers. They're not telling us the numbers. And that's also a problem with the sales, right? I'm going to talk about the sales. We don't know the sales number either, and they're not releasing that. You know, a lot of games, especially I think Dragon's Dogma in the first week, was it like 2.5K or 2.5 million that they sold in the first week? Yeah, or some shit like that. Either way, I mean, like they shared the numbers. They're pretty proud of that shit, you know. They definitely went past their expectations for that. But for here, we don't know. It's been like 3 weeks. We don't know the fucking numbers. But allegedly, No, allegedly, the numbers went over 1 million. This is allegedly. Somebody allegedly leaked this last week, and they said like on the 14th they surpassed 1 million copies sold. Fair enough. I mean, there is actually a chart. I don't know which people brought it out, but they're like, yeah, between 300K and like 900K, you know, will be sold. I don't know in what amount of time, but like, I mean, generally I'm expecting like at least 1 million, right? At minimum, you know, sold in general, like all of time, at least 1 million. But we gotta count into the you know, like, it's been 10 years since the last game, right? And they really didn't start working on it until like, I mean, they put out that little trailer of Solas, and was it 2018 or 2020? Either way, I mean, like, they've just been in development hell, right? Because it was gonna be a multiplayer game. And you can kind of see with the maps and stuff, it being a multiplayer game, and like the, you know, maybe some of the quests, like a multiplayer, like, right? But I mean, it's not bad in that sense. I mean, I think they did okay with like transferring to single player, you know, with what they could do. But yeah, the sales in general, we don't know the numbers, but allegedly over 1 million, as expected from what I'm expecting. But will it go past that? I don't know. It's very but we're gonna talk about also this. It's the end of the article. I guess I'll just read the rest. Yeah, I was just going through like all these tabs and stuff, just searching shit about the game, like what's happening. But they're talking about the Game Awards right here. It's very noticeable that the clock is still ticking on EA releasing any sales numbers or player count totals almost 3 weeks after launch. Yup, exactly. All we have is Steam concurrent data, which was a decent 85 near launch. But if EA had something to brag about here, they'd be bragging. That's what I'm saying! Because you see all these other games, you know, they always put out the sales numbers and shit, right? But for this game, no, they're not. Shh. Silent. Anyways, this is genuinely strange situation. Not that dragonage should have dominated all these categories of nominations, but again, this was a game that was well received by critics and still boasts mostly positive scores on platform like Steam and a 4 out of 5 star rankings on consoles. But this is now a year where Star Wars Outlaws has more significant nominations. Yeah, it really is. It actually really is hard to believe. And that's a pretty shitty game. I'm actually surprised it has that many nominations. I don't know who the fuck, like, guys, it's not a good game, right? And I watched reviews on it because I was actually I was curious. Like, I actually wanted to play the game, like, you know, from what I've seen, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. But when I saw the, you know, the reviewers and like the YouTubers playing, I'm just like, oh, no. But it got like how many nominations? It got multiple nominations. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Honestly, I mean, even for Dragon Age being pretty fucking mid or below mid, like, I expected at least one more nomination than fucking innovation in excess of. Come on now. Right? Just something on the actual game itself. Bioware needs to hope its new Mass Effect game goes better, as there clearly is just something missing here that has not resonated with it. Yeah, I mean, well, what's missing is half a Thetis, right? I mean, we already made so many fucking videos on it, but yeah, I mean, we're missing, like, shit from the last games, right? Just everything, all the story, everything, just kablooey. It don't matter. It don't matter. It just doesn't, it pretty much doesn't even fucking exist in this game. This is a whole new game. Yeah, elves pretty much aren't even, you know, it just nothing matters in the game. Nothing matters. Nothing matters at all. It's just, it's like going through like a freaking fan fiction or some shit, right? Where everyone's like goody two shoes type shit, you know? Just nobody cares. Nobody cares. But I do want to actually it's about the sales numbers. Yeah, it's about, yeah. It included have places some, so we don't need to, yeah. But I do want to say that where's that link? We gave the Veilguard a 9 out of 10 in our review, writing that it refreshes and reinvigorates this storied series with enjoyable action combat, a fantastic cast of companions, and moving character writing. Opinions on it have varied, though, including among our own staff. You can't form your own opinion if you haven't yet, as Veilguard is already getting a price drop for Black Friday. Oh my god. Well, it's Black Friday. Well, games don't... It depends how much the drop is, though, to be fair. Right? Usually games just drop it by like $10 in general, even if it's like a new game. But, yeah. That's saying something, guys. This is insane. Even their own staff, it feels like they don't agree with the 9 out of 10. They don't. They chose the most superly, like, oh my gosh type girl. Like, she was probably begging to do this fucking review, guys. I don't blame her, right? You know, I'm trying to get the fucking game early too. I don't blame you, but like, guys, this is so bad. So it seems like I think I read a comment somewhere on IGN or like somewhere else, but they're like, yeah, they're kind of preparing to do like another review on the game, or like, you know, just another, yeah, like review like thing on the game, or just like article on the game, and they're preparing to say something bad about it, right? You know, just saying we were wrong type shit, right? Yeah. That's the problem though with like IGN shit. I feel like they should like have more than one person reviewing the game. I mean, yeah, they you know, they do, but like official reviews, I feel like there should be at least like 3 people reviewing the game, and then like their scores are like averaged out or some shit like that, right? I feel like they should do it like that instead of like one person giving the final review. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but it doesn't seem like they do it like that, right? Anyways, war within itself. Oh yeah, so this is the article. They're pretty much talking about the game being all, you know, not 9 out of 10-ish. So yeah, they're pretty much going back somewhat on what was said. They'll probably be doing this for the next couple of months too. I don't blame them. I don't blame them too, because I somewhat am, well, actually no, because I said I'm like 50-50 on the game, you know. Right, like right before it came out, on like whether it was gonna be good or not, or at least good in my opinion. But yeah, so I mean, so there's that. There you go. Holy hipple nipple. I don't know what the fuck I just said. But now I do want to. So this is something that's received like a lot of backlash. The secret ending to the game. And basically, actually, we should look at the secret ending. We should, yeah, let's actually watch that, right? Let's watch that for a second. Dragon, Age, Veilguard, and then, like, secret. What the fuck? Secret ending. We're just gonna watch it real quick. Oh, is this it? Oh, they put it, oh. They're kind of late for doing that, though. Yeah, everyone watched this dude, I think. No. It was like a whole, like... Yeah, there we go. This is what I watched. It was like all 5 endings. I'm just gonna watch right here since it's just the ending itself. It's not the other 5. And also, all the endings are pretty much the same thing. They're all the same thing. You know? Oh, spoiler! Oh, spoiler! Well, nobody really gives a shit. Nobody really gives a shit, guys. Guys. The game been out for like how long? Right? Come on now. Also, it's not Dragon Age. It's not Dragon Age. Who the fuck cares? Let's see what they do right here. Let's just show you guys.
The storm quelled. The sun dimmed. The wolf defanged. At last, we have balanced.
So that's supposed to be the 5 Magisters? Yeah, it's supposed to be them. And those guys right there, they're supposed to be the guys that are like, oh, like in charge and everything, right? You know? Like in the story, like, you know. Like just, they're the ones manipulating everything, right? Allegedly. So there's Caleb. Yeah. There's Logan. Dragon Age 2 right here. That's Bartrand, Meredith, and that other dude. Yeah, Corypheus and Mythol.
We come.
That's about it. Veilguard remains vigilant. If you have Veilguard, right? Because you got the choice to like kill them all off, low key. So yeah, I mean, that's that. We balance. Yep. Yeah, so it's showing them behind the scenes, and people don't like that. So it says guided. Right, we're just gonna look at the words, right? At last, we have balanced, guided. Whispered, poison, the poison fruit ripens. We come. I guess we do. Sometimes. Not all the time. Anyways, yeah, so that's the secret ending. I probably should have shown it earlier, actually. You know, there, especially like during the review too when I was talking about it. But yeah, that's the secret ending. So we're gonna I was fucking with my volume. So we're gonna go here. And, you know, people didn't like that because that means like, oh, okay, so the villains in the past games just don't fucking matter. Like, they're not actual villains. They're just being controlled, you know? I mean, they're just puppets, you know? They don't have their own personalities and stuff. And so John Epler, I think he's like head creative writer or something. Statement on the secret ending makes me feel a little more relieved than before, but it still feels like a very big challenge to turn this all into a good narrative. Oh, sure. Ooh, that's too big. Let's just keep it like this. There's actually more, but I don't know if I have that tab. It might be in my bookmarks, but I have a lot of bookmarks. Yeah, but this is basically it. The word choice of balanced, whispered, guided is very deliberate. No one was forced or coerced or controlled into making any choices. So what were they doing? So what were these guys doing? Right? I mean, yeah, okay, you whisper it in their ears, right? But you're essentially making them, you know, do those, like it's still bad in my opinion, right? You know, it's extremely important that ultimately everyone made their own choices. I mean, yeah, they still own the consequences of these decisions, because Dragon Age is still a series about people making decisions of their own free will. Okay, sure. if those decisions have consequences. What consequences? What free will? Didn't seem like it to me. Shit. You see my gameplay videos of the game. It's the same 3 like freaking dialogues, but they make it it's like an illusion, thinking like they're different. It's the same thing. I mean, sure, they lead to the same like conclusion, like when you're having a conversation, right? But you don't get to say it in a different way. You're like, you can't be mean. You can't even be sarcastic. Being sarcastic, I was actually surprised. You can rarely, and I'm saying rarely, be sarcastic, right? Because a lot of people like being sarcastic and snide and slimy and stuff like that. But you can't. You just can't. It don't mean anything. But yeah. No. It really, I don't really agree with this. Like, I know what he's saying. Okay, I get it. But no. Right. It was just a way for them to try and continue this series. Honestly, and this is what I might have said this in my other video. They could have done this in, I probably did say this. How many videos? I made like 50 billion Dragon Age videos. But yeah, they don't need to do that to make another game. They just make another Dragon Age game. Like, just, it doesn't have to be about the blight or the, you know. It could be like 400 years ago. It could be, you know, about Andraste. Let's go to Andraste's time, you know, and, let's just play. What if she's like a companion in our party or something back then? That could be cool, and you know, we'll get the more lore and story on that stuff, right? But it's completely separate from the other. Not gonna say 4 games, it's 3 games, right? The last 3 games. So there wouldn't be, and that was, you know, their excuse for like a lot of things not being in the game. Like you know, there's only 3 choices in the keep, but yeah, it'd be completely removed, and you don't really have to think about it. I mean, there's not much to, you know, contradict in terms of lore, because it's going to be new lore. Or you can just go 1,000 years from, you know, all of this happening, right? There's a lot of things they could have done. Or they could have just, you know, it's just, come on now, right? Like, god damn. And now the choices from this game, I mean, if you go into the next Dragon Age game, I mean, the choices, there's going to be no choices because they force us all into the same choices, right? So, I mean, yeah, they're just forcing us out of the keep and shit, right? So, I mean, I don't even know if it's going to be it's not going to be Dragon Age. They're just making the decisions for us. There's not going to be an actual Dragon Age game. So, there's that. That's how I feel about it. I mean, sure, whatever. I mean, if you can make that into a good game, right? Better than what we get, okay, then show us. Show us in 10 years, because Mass Effect ain't coming out till like 2027 or some shit, right? That's how I'm feeling right now. Or 2028. Yeah, they need time. They started production, but it was really just like writing and shit. So yeah, it probably won't be like 2027, 2028. And then after that, you got Dragon Age, because they're doing all hands on deck. It's not like it used to be separate, but ever since Dragon Age 4, like, you know, I think late last year, everyone's just been working on the same game. So it's like the same motherfuckers working on Mass Effect and the same motherfuckers working on Dragon Age. So they're doing one at a time, it looks like. So it'll be a while until the next Dragon Age, if we get another Dragon Age. So I definitely will not be, I mean, okay, I'll try and look forward to it, but I'm not really looking forward to it, right? I'm on Larian Studios right now, right? You know, I think they're the only ones that can get it right. They're the only ones hands down, you know. So that's that. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Fuck yeah. Oh, okay, this. So, fuck EA, I'm pissed off, and I wish the devs all the joy in the world, because I'd be miserable seeing all the tweets asking for stuff they literally wanted to give us but couldn't. Yeah. And so, allegedly, and this is why he's saying this, oh wait, well, let me read this. It reminds me of, yeah, so I don't go on Blue Sky, but most of the, you know, the head honchos at Bioware are on Blue Sky, and like Mastodon, I think. Corrine Bush is on there, and she like moved because of the Elon Musk shit and all that. Yeah, and also the public backlash and shit. Yeah, so they all moved platforms. So yeah, believe it was last week where you talked about some things people are saying make sense, but sometimes their ideas get shut down even though they fight hard for it to be incorporated. So allegedly it's all EA's fault, per always. I mean, not surprising, but you also got to blame Bioware too, low-key, for some of these things. Also, you know, you can't throw everything at EA. I mean, we'll throw like 70-80% on EA, but like the rest, you know, yeah. EA screwed Bioware so bad over the years in so many areas, and they still did an amazing job despite of that. They could have done so much more. Those who managed to stick around, yeah, I believe so too. You know, we can't, like, you can't keep blaming EA for this shit. But the reason why they made this whole post was because people found files through data mining that show that there would be states at one point and other choices we wanted included. Insane. So basically, world states, right? Basically, Dragonage keeps shit. Basically, Dragonage keeps shit. And if they had that shit in there, it's probably more shit. I don't know the actual source for this shit, so I'll go into another video. But I mean, I 100% believe it because they've changed so much shit over time. You know, and again, it was gonna be like a fucking multiplayer game, so it's just a bunch of shit. You know, going back and forth. And I believe the actual time of them, like, developing the game started in, like, 2020, I think. Yeah. And then they also went multiplayer and shit. So, yeah, it's a lot. A lot. Especially they can't say because they're still employed. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll get something in, like, the next 10 years that's really, really groundbreaking. But, I mean, this is plenty enough, right? We could have had to keep. If we could have had to keep, we would have had better choices and stuff at the very least, right? And possibly, yeah, better writing. So I guess we can blame EA. But I guess at the end of the day, it's all thanks to EA. Yeah, let's make that the new fucking you know, that should be my intro for like videos or some shit. You know, you know how many like what's it called, studios these publishers ruined, bro? Like, actually insane. You know, like what was that? I was talking about this one game that actually was it the Prince of Persia or the Tales of something. I don't know. One of those. It was either Ubisoft or Sony owned. There's probably both. You know, either or. But yeah, got a game award, but the studio, they shut down the studio. Yeah. The game got an award, but they shut down the studio. Yeah, so that happened. So, well, if we go with that logic, that means we'll get the next Dragonage. Yeah, fuck. Well, not an award, but like a nomination, right? But deserved. I think they got more than one nomination. But anyways, that's it. I mean, that's pretty much the current state of things. Sales allegedly are 1 million, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Numbers, I mean, we're down to 61 on Steam. That's pretty damn low for a game that came out like 3-ish weeks ago, right? Oh, it was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, like on Thursday. It was on Halloween. What a day. Oh my gosh, that week was so busy for me. But yeah, and then like just shit being, some things being released, you know, John Epler's amazing interpretation of, you know, yeah, they're trying to do like, you know, it's like they're trying to backtrack what was in that little secret ending shit. But yeah, that's it. What do you think about all this info? What do you think about the sales? What do you think about the game itself? Did you play the game? Did you not play the game? You planning on playing the game? Maybe you not. You probably not. Yeah, you not. But anyways, for my time on the game, yeah, I did enjoy it. But again, like Dragon's Dogma definitely dropped the bar for me. Pretty obviously. I mean, the main thing was like the story, and it just went completely, you know. But you know, in the game design. But I mean, other than that, like, it was a fire. It could have been Game of the Year if they didn't fuck up the story and like all the other things in it. But it was a pretty enjoyable game. Yeah. But it's still like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. And just like Dragonage, it's between like I can't really decide, right? But I'm kind of deciding it on like my urge to do a second playthrough. So it's between like a 6 and a 7. I'm not thinking a 5. it's a really like on the dot type of 6, like 100% it could be. I don't think it'll be a 5 in my category though, right? Because I still enjoyed it on the first run somewhat. And I think I gave it like a 7. I was going back and forth between a 6 and a 7 in the review, so I couldn't really decide, right? But yeah, that should tell you everything, you know. It's a good game, or okay game. It's an okay game, but it's not a good Dragon Age game. I wouldn't even call it a Dragon Age game. It's just like, yeah, somebody, I think like they said in my comments, like, yeah, Veilguard, a Dragon Age story, right? Or like someone also suggested like Varric, like when they do the next game, or if they do another game, it's just Varric closing the book to like the Veilguard, right? Like, you know, yeah. So it's like a fan fiction or some shit. They really should do that. I'm not gonna lie. They should do something like that. Or if not, if they don't do that, then just completely go like 500 years in the future, like 500 years in the past. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all, I'm so disappointed, bro. 10 years, and what did we get? Poopy.
Shot at a black man and took his shoes. Customized my AR like a Black Ops 2. Just scammed a white kid out of some Gorilla Glue. I don't wanna fuck this bitch, she smell like poo-poo.